to a brand new episode of GöteHoops TV, and after an 8-year hiatus we're finally back, looking forward to some great things from the mighty Hoops. Now, this year I've got a new co-host, and if he looks familiar he might just do. It's my twin brother, Hoops aficionado, Jock McStrachan. Welcome Jock. Thanks Hamish. It's great to be here folks for what hopefully be a great game for the mighty Hoops and to look for a vital 3 points in this league. They're going up against Feyenoord Turkish Ungdomar, who have been going from strength to strength in recent weeks. It's going to be tough. Hey, that's right Jock. FTU are a very physical side with great pace down either flank, which the Gothenburg Hoops will have to be very wary of during this game if they're to get in it and out of it. And as we can see from the table, the mighty green and whites are just above the relegation zone. I don't think anybody would have predicted that, especially their manager Jimmy Walsh after they drubbed Robo 6-0 back in June. Definitely not, but they've been preparing well in training like Rocky did before his match against Apollo Creed. The holy goalie has them on a strict training regime that includes a diet of kebabs and pints. The same formula that was the key to success with that Rangers bollocks that they like to call Gaza. Well, that can only bode well for this young team. So it's FTU versus Gothenburg Celtic. Let's take a look at the highlights. That didn't go well, that didn't go according to plan. And what must be said, dismal performance from Gothenburg Celtic. We must point out though that it was 5-1, not 4-1, because during a technical error during the game we couldn't get one of their goals. But the Hoops started off well, but what I think was the big turning point in this game is that penalty given. Absolutely, I think it was a very harsh decision by the referee. It could be a major factor in Celtic's season when looking back at the table in a few weeks' time. The difference of playing in the elite Division 7A and against the drosh of Division 7B. Well, I've just been told in my ear from our producers that we have some footage from the game taken from a spectator that might shed some light on this incident. Let's take a look at that. That does make a difference, Jock. The player obviously dived to trick the referee into awarding him a penalty. Indeed, Hamish, and let's hope the Swedish FA has a look at this game and bans the player for a few games for simulation. It doesn't belong in our beautiful game. Was it a dive? Was there a contact? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And on behalf of myself and my co-host, my brother, Jock McStrachan, that's all we have time for tonight, folks. Thanks for watching. Hail, hail!
Hail, hail, the Celts are here. What the hell do we care? What the hell do we care? Hail, hail, the Celts are here. What the I Celtic, Celtic, that's the team for me. Celtic, Celtic, on to victory. They're the finest team in Scotland. I hope you're
Hail, hail! Welcome to a brand new episode of GöteHoops TV. And after an 8-year hiatus, we're finally back. Looking forward to some great things from the mighty Hoops. Now, this year I've got a new co-host, and if he looks familiar, he might just do. It's my twin brother, Hoops aficionado, Jock McStrachan. Welcome, Jock. Thanks, Hamish. It's great to be here, folks, for what hopefully be a great game for the mighty Hoops and to look for a vital 3 points in this league. They're going up against Fernald Turkish Ungdomar, who have been going from strength to strength in recent weeks. It's going to be tough. Aye, that's right, Jock. FTU are a very physical side with great pace down either flank, which the Gothenburg Hoops will have to be very wary of during this game if they're to get anything out of it. And as we can see from the table, the mighty green and whites are just above the relegation zone. I don't think anybody would have predicted that, especially their manager Jimmy Walsh after they drubbed Robo 6-0 back in June. Definitely not. But they've been preparing well in training, like Rocky did before his match against Apollo Creed. The holy goalie has them on a strict training regime that includes a diet of kebabs and pints. The same formula that was the key to success with that Rangers bollocks that they like to call Gaza. Well, that can only bode well for this young team. So it's FTU versus Gothenburg Celtic. Let's take a look at the highlights.